Hey you guys, welcome to today's video. So today we're going to be tapping into the energy of Miss Victoria Monet. She is a Taurus. This is going to be a general reading. I am going to pull some cards to see what spirit wants me to tap in for her. So I'll do that first. We'll get into the oracles and then the tarot as always. And then kind of tap into what's going on with her music. Are you guys a fan of hers? Are you ready for her to release any new music that's coming up here pretty soon? I don't know if there's been a date announced, but I would imagine that the music is going to be coming here in the next month or so, or maybe over the summer. So anyways, let's get right into it. So let's start with the oracle cards to pick a topic for her. Your current energy of what I should read on for Victoria. Oh, thief. And I want to point this out at the bottom. We have toil and labor. So present position, we have thief here. Past position, we have imprisonment. In future, we have mature woman. Has she been known to allegedly steal, whether that be ideas or music, songwriting? Has there been any accusations like that? Or maybe someone around her been accused of stealing from her, like stealing her ideas? Imprisonment, I'm hearing record label. But I'm still not getting anything, at least yet, on the thief card. Mature woman in the future. I'm going to be clarifying that to see who or whom that is. So I'm going to move these up and we're going to get straight into the oracle cards to see if we can get some clarity around these cards. Really interesting because I was going to title this video A Dream Deferred, but I wonder if this has something to do with that. All right, so for thief, we got friend zone to deja vu. And then we also have, I'm just going to lay them here. For thief card, we have friend zone, overnight success, big break. I'm being brought back to the Grammys. And then we have rebound here at the bottom. I keep hearing like thief of time in her present energy. Like somebody may have stole her time, and that's why this is coming up. So it may not be her, but it could be someone else that has stolen some time from her. So this could be like her wanting to release something or work on something, but the powers that be may have said no, allegedly. Everything said in today's reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes only. This is an unbiased reading. I am simply just reading the energy of the cards. I am not on the side of anyone that I'm reading as far as being a fan or a stan. I'm not coming from that perspective. This is just an unbiased opinion focused solely on the cards. So I just want to get that out the way first. I want to clarify this friend zone because I want to know if this is like an industry relationship or if this is like her relationship that she had with the father of her child. I'm hearing stalled momentum. Yeah, for friend zone, the clarifier, we have deep fake, convincing lies. The lines get kind of blurred. So thinking that someone is your friend, someone that you can rely on to help you through this, but really, there it is, deceiving, right? Looks are deceiving, and you ended up in a trap. You thought something was more than it actually was, but really, they were just playing the game. Yeah, gaslighted, reality distortion, you're imagining things. So yeah, somebody just, it feels like whoever this is at the top of the energy has like tried to deceive her in a way, thinking that things were going to go one way, but it did not happen that way. I just keep seeing her getting that Grammy for, I believe it was Best New Artist, Industry Plant. Was that her? I just see something about this, the Grammys, like she thought it was going to go one way, but it really did not happen that way. So I'm going to move the cards through a little bit to get everything kind of organized. All right, so for imprisonment, we have retirement goals that's popped out. And then we have wake up call here. So in the past, it was like she knew that, because I did read that coming into the industry, she did want to be primarily an artist performing, but somehow, some way, it just kind of fell into her just being a songwriter for other people, other big names. And she thought that it was going to give her financial stability long term. This is an opportunity for me to be solely a songwriter or an artist only. But it didn't work out like that because she ended up being imprisoned allegedly by a label or a man at some type of company here with this wake up call. At some point, she realized that all was not what it seemed. And now I'm kind of pigeonholed myself into songwriting when my real dream is to be a singer and songwriter. What else about the imprisonment card? All right, so we have hopeless romantic, believing in fairy tales. This does not have to be specifically a relationship. Like before she became famous or a celebrity, she had this vision of how things were going to go, but it's like once you get on the other side of the lens and you're the one they're actually talking about, or you are the celebrity now, it's like now you get like a reality check, right? Where it's not a fairy tale. These are people's lives, and it's like make it or break it. What are you willing to do? I'm hearing that song now. Is it better? And then at the bottom, commitment issues. But if you look at the flowers, you have real versus fake. So yeah, unrealistic expectations, kind of in your head about how things should go, but that's not how the industry works. All right, so we have inner child here, healing child wound, return to innocence, safe space, emotional sanctuary. Actually, I'm gonna move this under here so you guys can see. All right, and then we have breadcrumbing here at the bottom. Karmic connections, relationships, soul contracts at the bottom. There's something here about her being a mother, is what I'm getting. As soon as I got inner child, I was saying her baby girl. Her being a mother to her daughter may be karmic in itself. There are some lessons for her to learn, maybe learn from each other as her daughter gets older. Relationships can be karmic as well, in my opinion. But they have this very close tie with one another, very meant to be here together at this time. This is her safe space. Like at some point in the future with this mature woman, she's going to be pivoting away from music altogether, or at least being how things are now currently with her performing, being a singer. It just feels like at some point she's going to be focused solely on raising her daughter versus the industry stuff, because she is, I believe, in her mid 30s now. So yeah, it feels like she might pivot away. And I did have a question about her going to culinary school, which I'm going to tap into that later, but I have a feeling that this energy is kind of coming up as to why she did go to culinary school, to help get herself in a different avenue. Should she focus on something else? So that's kind of what I'm getting right now for her. Actually, before we get into the tarot, I want to know what this toil and labor card is here at the bottom. I just want to make sure that we cover all our bases in this reading, because I don't think it's going to be very long. But yeah, this toil and labor card here, I want to know more. But I feel like it has something just to do with her work life when it comes to her being in the industry. Toil and labor, toil and labor. All right, so we have payday, which makes sense. I mean, she is working right now. She is putting out singles. That's about to put out her album. We have blind date, unexpected chemistry, awkward introductions. I want to clarify that. It's like now she has to put herself out there, be more social, be more front facing on social media now, because she is about to release a project. It just feels like she has to put more labor into it. Not to say she doesn't want to do it, but it's just like now I need to put more effort into my social media presence, and it could be draining her energy. Vampires, toxic influence. I'm not just getting at social media. I feel like it's also a level of socializing, networking with her peers, having to kind of show your face to industry people to keep your name in the algorithm. So it's like this layer of work that needs to happen, because this blind date card, I pulled this for other people before, and it's not just dating, right? It could also just be networking. To her, it feels like that is work. That is part of it that she has to do as well. All right, now I'm going to move on to the tarot. So first card, we have the Hierophant. All right, so we have Knight of Diamonds. She may have had some expectations that her boyfriend was going to propose to her as well, like wasting my time. We put this time and energy into this relationship, but we never did get married. I feel like that's also in the energy too. But as it relates to her career musically, it's like her opportunities did slow down from the industry after her success. Why did it slow down? I would even just say like the industry just kind of left her out to dry. It's like she had to push through to continue on with the momentum of her success. When she won that Grammy a couple years back, did she release any singles immediately after or some music? Okay, so I'm on here now. She's had a couple of songs, literally just a couple of them, but I have never heard any of these songs. They're features, and the momentum was built, but it just kind of fell flat, it feels like. All right, so we have Temperance, and then we have Eight of Crystals, which is Eight of Wands. Just everything just kind of came and went, is what it's feeling like to me. Like there was going to be a new beginning for her with the way things turned out, but things just kind of moved too fast. There just was not a lot of time for her to truly build and sustain a fan base that was going to keep her afloat, keep her in the algorithm. I don't know why I keep seeing Chloe Bailey in my mind. Like I feel like they have similar circumstances, similar energy, where when things are good, they're good, but it's just they just can't keep the momentum going. Is this her own doing, or is this an external? Probably more internal, because not only the tower, we have the star here. So it's like in order for her to move forward or at least catch her footing, something is going to have to change, be destroyed, have this tower moment collapse. It's like the way that she has been doing things, it's like she has to regroup and figure out the best plan of action that's going to work for her. I just keep hearing the word fan base. So there's something here with her fan base. Like she's going to have to recalibrate to kind of make up for the time and just try to figure out what sounds good to her audience, that what she has gained in terms of fan base. And before Jaguar 2, there was a shift there. In her case, it's like something definitely has to end in order for her to heal the situation. What she has been doing is not, I don't think that it's enough for her to get what she's looking out of this situation. More to do with her music versus somebody deliberately stopping her. Like I did mention a minute ago about the label stuff with the songwriting and her being a singer, but that's in her past position. But it's like currently, it's like something has to end in order for things to improve with how her music is doing. What needs to end? Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups. She could be having someone in her ear, or a producer or some type of label head, maybe even telling her, like making offers on sounds, or your song should sound like this. Like it just feels like there's some guidance or comments to kind of feed into what she should be doing, and that could be playing a part. It feels like an energy. It's like an offer for them to like make her a lot of money. This is going to be very successful. Now I'm seeing Coco Jones. Does she sound has she sounded like Coco Jones in her last single? It's like this the industry has like a formula for some of these R&B ladies that they think is gonna work. I'm hearing SZA or Coco. Like the sound that you want. It's either SZA or Coco, allegedly. Yeah, Pager Crystals. Yeah, Pager Wands. They want her to go into a new direction. Change your sound up so that it is marketable. The Magician so that you can manifest. Hmm. It's going to make you a lot of money, but it's not going to be worth it in the end. They may even have some creative differences on how things should sound, the songwriting process. I don't know what they call the people that tell you what you should sound like. So whoever makes those decisions or suggestions, it just feels like they have a plan in mind for her. Her trying to step outside of the box may be a little challenging with the success they saw in Jaguar 2. It's like they just want her to sound a specific way because of how they perceive R&B artists, in my opinion. All right, so we have King of Wands to Queen of Swords, and she is a Taurus. But yeah, it could be just someone that's in her camp that is just kind of telling her to make these type of decisions or advising her on the situation because King of Wands could be a celebrity figure, a very visible figure, but it's kind of putting a lot of burden on her back. And then another king, King of Swords, somebody that's a truth teller. And again, it just feels like somebody that's advising her, but it just feels like it's burdening her even more with these expectations. And that's in her currently hopes and fears position. So current obstacles for her, what is challenging her right now? Because that feels like it's challenging her, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it actually is. Yeah, moving forward, the Chariot to again King of Swords here. These people that are advising her on how to move forward is currently what's in her challenge position, what that's going to look like for her. Something here that's going to be different from what her fans or per day one people that have listened to her from the start are going to be hearing on this next project. It's moving forward, but it's like she has no choice whether or not she likes the project or not. Like they have to continue to press on. Tell me more about this Chariot. And the energy is like she's not even really excited about it. It doesn't feel, I don't feel like optimism, excitement in her energy when it comes to this music. Yeah, Hangman, and then we have Five of Crystals. Things are very tense between her and her team. They do want her to be successful in their investment, like the return on their investment, but it's like it's still very tense because she may have expectations on what this project will sound like or desires around it, but she's kind of going to have to listen to her leadership, and then they're just at the end of the day, it's like sink or swim, right? Like we're gonna put the project out. We said that it's gonna work this way, it's gonna work, but it's like she doesn't feel that energy. She doesn't feel excited about putting it out. It doesn't feel like it's truly coming from her heart space. And I don't even think we've gotten cups on the table. I think there was a Knight of Cups, but that was an offer. But I'm gonna check. Most of the cards on this table are wands and a couple of swords. So lots of fire, a lot of air energy, but there's no cups. Like I don't feel the emotional depth coming off of this project. So, how will her project do? How will her album do? Ace of Diamonds to High Priestess. And that to me is symbolizing her giving out the project, releasing it. I also get the energy of like her trying to keep things a secret. I wonder if she's announced features on the project. If she hasn't already, she might, but it's like she kind of wants to keep everything a secret until we get closer to the date. After this project comes out, I fully expect that she may go into hermit mode. She may isolate or separate herself once rollout is complete. She does her tour. She does everything she's obligated to do to promote this project. But I fully expect, in my opinion, from these cards, that she is going to be putting an end to all of this. And just like I said in the card that I pulled at the top of the reading, that she may pivot and just focus on motherhood and doing other things outside of music. I get the feeling that after this project, she's going to definitely go do her own thing. She's gonna give it to you guys, but I don't foresee her staying in it too much longer. What the label wants versus her true heart's desire. I don't think that she's gonna dwell too much on this project. Like it may literally just come and go. Before we get into her future, I want to read on her being in culinary school. So culinary school in this reading, we have Justice and we have Queen of Cups. It's like this is something that definitely speaks to her. I would say she may have some passion around cooking or putting something together, creating, and that could be food too. And I think she's going to be pouring that into the food industry or the restaurant industry or somewhere around that, right? This is the first cup that has landed on the table, might I also add as well. So this is something that's going to speak to her heart's desire. It's like she is going to be pivoting more toward that. So we may see her put some recipes, a cookbook, maybe release like dishes or something to that effect. But I think she's definitely going to be taking a sharp pivot, maybe in the next year or two, maybe less than that, to focus on that once this project and things are done with. And it's going to be bringing balance to her life. Like the music is one thing, but this is something that it feels like she has a lot more hands creating, putting this together, and she's able to use her gifts to create that way versus the music that has just kind of run its course. She got the Grammy, and she's okay with that, allegedly. Future for Victoria Monet. I was immediately getting that she does have some worry or some planning going on with her money as it relates to her family and just making sure that everything is going smoothly. And that's also why she's making this pivot into another industry at some point in the future. But we have this Seven of Swords here. Somebody might try to expose her with this Knight of Swords. There could be like some exposing online of who she really is in secret. That soft voice you guys hear in these interviews online is not who she truly is. So somebody may try to get one up on her and try to expose some deceitful energy she has allegedly for entertainment purposes only. What will be exposed or what are these cards? Yeah, somebody's gonna try to definitely illuminate some truths on Victoria, the devil. If something does come out about her, an expose or some information shedding light on her past or who she is behind the veil of the high priestess, it feels like this might be the industry's doing. And if you know how they do not like people to leave, depending on circumstances, she may just have like contractual obligations. But I feel like that might be orchestrated humiliation if that is the case, but this feels very industry driven exposure, trying to release information on her in the future. So you may see a post, a blog, or something messy come out, but if not soon, it could be around the time she does start to pivot a little bit more into another industry that's not related to music, and they just don't want to, let their claws out of her. They want to keep her in that industry. She is a songwriter and a singer too, so yeah, it's like they want to keep her working for them. But somebody's going to be trying to expose some secrets about her. And it feels like it has something to do with, I'm hearing the word demure, something to do with her persona that we see, the sweet, docile, soft spoken Victoria. It's like somebody's about to flip that on its head. We'll see. As always, we have good luck on her album. That's all I got. Let me know what you think down below. Do y'all listen to her music? Are you excited about this new project? What do you think about the new singles? That's all I got for Victoria. I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.